A team you can trust. Big O Tires.
It's been a long time coming. We were just able to work closely with NDOT last session and this session to make sure some things happened. Identified in a visit with Deputy Director Bill Hoffman from NDOT that was able to, we actually show him what was going on in this community with the roads. Worked with the county roads folks, with the sheriff, with the fire department to see that there's really some significant needs here, and they've identified those and are moving forward with progress on those issues.
Because you guys spent a day or two going up and down Nye County Roads and pointing out areas that were a little bit of an issue.
We went up 160, we went out Johnny, we went all those places to look. There's some really exciting things that are happening. A couple that are also in the queue is a turn lane off of the 95 onto the 160 as you're coming from Beatty, which will be really great because, as we all know, there's not a turn lane there, and that'll be helpful. As well as some things on the Johnny curve, I believe, that are going to change and move forward. So I think we're going to really make some good progress. The cable rail system will be huge. Chief Lewis has some significant difficulty getting his rigs across those areas since the cable rails went in to access accidents and get there in a timely manner, and that will really help as far as the law enforcement that the Highway Patrol needs to do along that stretch.
And yeah, that was a little bit of an issue because there's a long way between the time that you can actually cross that highway there. Do you know how many openings that they're going to have?
I understand that they're going to be we're hoping every mile. Mm-hmm. But in addition to that, they can't just cut the rails and do that. They have to put additional subsurface structures in to make sure that the heavy equipment, the fire engines, if they need to, the ambulances and things, can cross there, not just on a gravel area, but in an area that they'll be maintained and taken care of. So that's important as well. There's drainage issues that they have to address. So that's an expensive project, but one that will set a standard for the rest of the state.
One of the things that, if you've been a long-time resident here, that you've noticed is the decrease in fatalities down by the Tacopa turnoff area because of the road widening that's happened there, and that the road is not has a little bit of a shoulder. Are we looking at some of those areas?
Well, I think what's going to happen is you're going to see about a 5-mile stretch coming up the mountain that's going to change significantly, and that's one of the things that's in that NDOT budget that will hopefully, that project will be started before the end of the year. Certainly that'll create probably some traffic slowdowns and things in those areas. They'll slow down the traffic because of the construction workers that'll be there. And please always be aware that those folks are there as these projects start, because they work hard out there and need to be acknowledged that they're safe and secure in those areas. But we need to get any areas we can. As you know, the 90 or the 160 all the way out to the 95 has really bad shoulder issues. Trying to work on those as well. It's a priority system. We got, I think, $41 million this cycle to do some things in Nye County, and I think that'll make a huge difference for us.